In 2023, Disney has taken more L's than the 2008 Detroit Lions, and well, that's just all going on at the theaters. Might as well take a look at what's going down at the parks, and oh boy, quite a bit of stuff that's going on there. And now I'm treading on very thin ice when it comes to criticizing anything that the beloved Disneyland or Disney World does, because the last time that I did this, criticized a guy with a Freddie Mercury mustache also rocking a princess gown and ended up catching a strike for that. YouTube is stupid sometimes, but when there's such goofy decisions like this, you boys gotta call them out. So I'm risking my channel being under attack, yada yada yada. I'm not an additional 200 pounds, so I can't make those claims. But exclusive Disney's latest DEI move is to give pronoun pins to Epcot janitors. Why? Okay, what? Okay, so if you want to float pronouns, the idea of having personal pronouns for your park staff, why are you starting with the janitors? What does Disney have against their janitors? And then only at Epcot? Like, what are you doing? I'm not for all the people. Like, okay, all this push for pride crap, it's just for some of the degenerate visitors to the parks. It's for the people that work in the HR departments, all the hacks that work in Disney creative or lack of creative talent that they have there. They're more concerned with pronouns and gender expression and all that crap. I don't really think the janitors care all that much, or maybe it's just their general, or rather their innate lack of a give a shit attitude. Hate to be so technical, but you know, I guess if you're gonna try some pilot project, yep, might as well go with the people that are lowest on the totem pole. Disney are such scumbags, but okay. Disney World is rolling out pronoun pins for its employees, according to multiple workers at the theme park who spoke to the Daily Caller on the condition of anonymity. Employees at the Epcot theme park at Walt Disney World can now fill out the form with their preferred pronouns to have them added to their name pin by scanning a QR code. Great. Fantastic. Don't make this any more dystopian. You can have personal pronouns on. You can have something that is personalized for yourself that you can wear at this impersonal place by simply detaching yourself and using your digital tracking device in order to make sure that your very personal, very important decision is made. Okay. According to pictures taken November 5th that were provided to the caller, the initiative is still voluntary right now, according to the employees, and is currently being rolled out to all janitorial positions. Again, why the janitors? Like, they clean up shit. They don't need to wear it. Hi everyone. Hi. Okay, we are excited to introduce pronoun name tags in our area. A form reads, pronoun name tags help us understand each more and bring a positive impact within our community. Meanwhile, the janitors are like, can I just go ahead and get the new mop? This one's all full of barf because I got to disperse sawdust around the Ferris wheel. I've never been to Disney, so I don't know any of the fucking rides. But okay, if it's gonna be Epcot, it's like, don't they kind of have that whole drinking around the world gimmick? So wouldn't you think that giving them training on how to usher around drunks would be a little bit more appropriate than worrying about, okay, oh, is Jorge gonna be a he, him, or a Zer today? Who knows for sure? We need to make sure and check his name tag, because we care a lot about you, right, Susan? Oh, sorry, you're Jen. All right, yeah, no, because we care about you here. The initiative is first being rolled out to the custodial department before it moves into every department at the park, employees said. Exactly. Another employee, and right now it's still voluntary until it gets rolled out to more people. Then it's going to become mandatory. Just another step along the nonsense normalization path. Another employee had previously tried to wear a pronoun pin by their name tag and was told at the time that it was not in keeping with company uniform policy, which is very, very strict. Okay, normally uniform policy is strict by, well, simple nature. You need to be able to easily identify the people that work at the park as opposed to the people that are pretending to work at the park. And somebody who needs to affix a pronoun pin, I would just like to know specifically what department they were working in and make sure that they are no longer employed there, because they just seem like a troublemaker. One employee tells the caller flyers announcing the pins are still up in the custodial areas of Epcot. Yeah, there they are right there. So I don't know what any of that stuff means. Maybe that should just easily identify anybody else who's working there. Make sure that they're in the right place. Again, Disney cares about their people. Trash can. Oh, that's an appropriate place to have them. Okay, pronoun name tags. Okay, hello friends. We are very happy to introduce custodial pronoun. That just looks like a conquering flag, by the way. I'm just saying. But yes, you can have new pronoun name tags and you can print them out here. It's very personal. We care about you here at Epcot. Employees who spoke with the caller noted that they and many others did not support the new policy. Of course, nobody actually wants this. It's just some waif who complained hard enough to the HR Karen who goes, guys, we need to be more inclusive around here. And then the hires up at Disney are like, yes, we need to be more inclusive. Make all of the janitors gay. That'll better represent everybody. Disney is remaking Snow White, the beloved classic fairy tale, by bringing a modern edge to it. Yeah, all that shit. We know all of that stuff at this point in time. Disney cares more about appearing inclusive than actually delivering an effective product that people resonate with. So the people don't want it. Outside of one specific instance, nobody can point to the impetus for this, but we need to go ahead and, appear inclusive because, well, that's far more important than actually, being inclusive. But you got to go ahead and try this out on the janitorial staff first and foremost. Okay, they got enough shit to deal with. Literally in this case, Disney theme park guests are pooping while waiting in line for rides. Yeah. Okay, when you gotta go, you gotta go. Even if you're in line for hours at the Disney theme parks. Oh boy, at least you know what, hey, when they're cleaning up human shit like they work in the public department of the city of San Francisco, they can feel seen and heard by having their personal pronouns on their name tags. Riders at Disneyland and Disney World have been defecating while standing in line, which, yeah, also points to the fact that, these lines at these places, that's why, okay, if you go to any of these spots, that's why a fast pass is a must in this point in time. It turns no lie. Some of those rides, you're standing in line for like 3 hours, which is, I couldn't think of a more intense hell than standing in Florida or Californian weather waiting to hop on a ride next to some stinky fat ass who's been there for God knows how long in said heat. I could do without. I'm in the queue for Rise of the Resistance at Disney World. Okay, someone let their kid take a dump on the floor and then they walked out and left it. What the fuck? Okay, wrote one poster on Reddit, which when it comes to scat, I would believe anybody who's reporting about it on Reddit. That's a degenerate place. Post was cited by a newspaper. Yes. Okay, cool. Yeah. And if anybody's going to report on public defecation, that's got to be an outlet from San Francisco. Disney guests can wait in line for Rise of the Resistance, the Star Wars themed attraction. Okay, that kind of made sense. For more than an hour and a half. Yeah, according to the Q Times website. Another Redditor who claimed to have worked near the ride confirmed the claim, writing for the skeptics. This actually happened. Fun fact, this was one of 3 shit-related incidents at Rise today. What the fuck, man? That's wild. Less fun fact, I was here for all 3 of them. Oh my guy. Yo, that sucks. But at least, hey, you get personalized name tags. Come on now. There you go. A Redditor posted who claimed to have worked at Disney World in Orlando, Florida, described guests leaving their bodily waste on the premises. Yeah, it's just Florida man, though. Come on now. Bodily fluids no longer bother me after working at Disney. Yo, what the fuck? Normally you get those kind of silent admissions from, people that work in the healthcare industry. Not people that make minimum wage and push a mop. Okay. Let's just say that the attraction I work at has had the cast end up dubbing the poop hall because of the number of times guests have gone in there and pooped. We even put a camera, and it didn't stop at smile here on camera, and now they just wave. The claim was seconded by another Disney cast member, in reference to the company's theme park employees. Right, yeah, because then you have the broom-pushing cast member. Oh, wow, you're part of the new Beauty and the Beast display that's going to be out there. Okay, wow, that's so fantastic. I bet you she's going to absolutely crush it. The claim was As such, good lord, the poop hallway, they wrote, adding that testimonials about seeing human feces near the rides gives me war flashbacks. I dealt with way too many bodily fluids at that dang attraction. They're saying bodily fluids like it's not just poop and piss, okay? Like I could imagine, hitting your head and bleeding a little bit, but how involved, how exciting are these rides, okay? Ugh. Post a sod comment from the Walt Disney Company, but they're up to their knees in shit, and they can't respond. In 2015, two former cast members penned a book detailing their experiences as custodial team workers in the early 90s and early 2000s. Wow. Ken Peelman and Lynn Barron, the authors of Cleaning the Kingdom, Insider Tales of Keeping Walt's Dreams Spotless, wrote that spotting human waste triggered a protocol known as Human Code H. Okay, so HCH. Whenever you hear that and you're in a Disney theme park, just know. A Code H, is, which stood for horse crap, it's kind of clever, not gonna lie, called for one of the cleaners to pick up, and one of the horses would be pulling a vehicle along Main Street went to the bathroom. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Peelman and Barron recalled that eventually they started picking up human. What the? Okay. On one occasion, a woman who stood in line from the Indiana Jones adventure at California Disneyland. Well, now whenever you refer to human feces and Indiana Jones, you just associate that with its most recent theatrical release. Burst into the control room and the attraction and deposited her gift right in there, they wrote in the book. What the fuck, man? It must have been challenging for the ride operator to stay at their post in there before it was all cleaned up. What? Somebody went in there and just popped a squat in the controller booth? What the fuck? Disney guests who need to use the bathroom during notoriously long waits can alert a cast member to have their place held in line. According to the Q Times website, the average wait times of the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train at Disney's Magic Kingdom clocks in at 78 minutes. Wait times at Space Mountain can approach an hour. Last month, Disney jacked up the prices of California and Florida theme parks because of all the piss pads that they need to purchase. It's just terrible. Theme parks by as much as 10% on some tickets. It raised the price of Disneyland by 8.9% on single-day tickets, pushing the cost to $194 to enter the Anaheim Park. Just about $200. $200 for an individual to get the same experience you're likely to get by just simply walking through the Castro. What the fuck, man? The company also spiked the price of yearly passes at Disney World in Orlando by 10%, now selling the expensive Incredi Pass for $1,449. What the fuck, man? Like, does that just get you, universal access to the park and all the rides? Or do you still have to pay a cover charge to get in the parks? Because the last time I went to a theme park, it was, okay, unless you're local, you're going to have no idea. But in Calgary, there's a place called Callaway Park, and there were some rides that were there. Or maybe that was like a water park or something like that. It's been a long-ass time, okay? I haven't gone to any of those in about 20 years, okay? Like, theme parks aren't really my thing. I'm not really in close proximity to any of them. Oh, no, I do retract that, because there's the one in West Edmonton Mall, but that was maybe 15 years ago. Not that I'm against them, it's just the exorbitant price and the fact that you just have to waste your entire day standing in line for like 90 seconds of fun. It's like extrapolating all of the worst aspects of taking some six out on a date and just shucking and jiving, hoping that, she's going to end up touching your dick at the end of the date. It's like, yeah, you can go ahead and, I would just go ahead and rather have a much lower investment in something and ensure the outcome of this and cut out the middleman, while also not having to fork over $200 or $1,500. What the hell, man? That's wild. The attempt to boost revenue comes after Disney revealed a $60 billion spending plan on parks and cruises over the next 10 years. Yes, and of course not turning a profit at all for any of its cinematic endeavors in 2023. But don't worry, guys, their entire slate in 2024, that's going to be what puts them back on track. And, well, I'm sure there won't be a new ticket tier that gets introduced in 2024 that charges you extra to shit in a bush or provide a leaf for wiping. With all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.